You get over there. You get over there. All right, here we go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Feature Film or Bust. I was really extremely pleased with how the last episode was received. Thank you all for watching and supporting my dreams. I hope you know that I appreciate you with my whole big round heart. Without further ado, I wanted to jump into another episode, and what better way to do that than to start talking about the writing process. How many times am I going to say process throughout this entire process? Let's see. Anyways, me and my co-writers had a writing session this morning and it went fantastically. In this episode, I really wanted to just talk about how we as friends write together. This isn't going to really be about my inspirations or how we started our ideas, and I'm really not going to get specific with any of our plot points because, like I said in the first episode, this is going to be a pretty relatively spoiler-free series. So if you're from WikiLeaks and you're here to leak my script, well, guess what? Haha, joke's on you, you'll get nothing. Anyways, I really want to just emphasize the fact that this feature was really intimidating to start, but once we sat down and started writing together, it ripped away the mysterious curtain of this big feature film idea. Like I was saying in the last episode, I have done a lot of shorts before, but yes, a feature film should be somewhere around 90 pages, which sounds intimidating when you say it, but when you sit back at the end of the day and you have a goal and you're doing 5 to 10 pages a week, you can get that puppy done before you know it. Now, I'm one to talk about getting through a screenplay quickly because, like I said, we're only about 45 pages through the whole thing. But I don't know, it assured me when I sat down with people I knew and people I trusted that this wasn't going to be a long and grueling process. Like, you find people that you can bounce ideas off of and sit down with once a week. I'm telling you, me, Evan, and Chris have met once a week for the past, I think it's about 6 weeks now, and we already have 45 pages of a screenplay and the entire thing completely outlined. Even if you're just writing stream of consciousness crap, that's an hour's worth of writing that you didn't have the previous day. And that's sort of what I felt like with this. Even if we only got 3 or 4 pages done that day, there was a lot of discussion and there was a lot of writer bonding that happened throughout the whole thing. If you're writing on a team or if you're writing with one other person, you just need that rapport with them. Today, we actually ended up meeting in my living room and we went through something that I had a lot of fun with. And this is something I'm going to suggest for anyone trying to write anything. It's something that's going to really help us tackle this screenplay. If you can see it right there, it's completely blown out behind me because that's because there's spoilers on it. So don't be looking to unwrap your Christmas presents early. I will not be showing you the details of this board, but I can show you how I structured it. I don't know if any of you are watching Better Call Saul right now, but I follow one of the writers on Twitter, and he tweeted out the amazing structure of their final episode. And on note cards, it has the entire plot outlined detail for detail, all the major points. And I told Evan and Chris we have to do something like this because it just excited me like crazy. So before we started writing, I organized this board back here into acts 1, 2, and 3, and I had the teaser at the beginning because we're going to be opening up our movie with a teaser, which is something that a lot of movies and especially TV shows do. TV shows actually do this more because it's the thing that happens right before the title sequence plays, but since we're writing a movie and there probably isn't going to be a title sequence, it's just going to act as the teaser. Anyways, when we were sitting down, Chris actually suggested the idea of going into and breaking our movie up into 5 acts instead of 3. We started with Act 1, the exposition, and then Act 2, you get into your complications. Act 3 is your climax, and that's normally where a movie cuts off, but you can organize the denouement into 2 other acts. Because Act 4 is all the consequences, be it good or bad, and Act 5 is the realization and all your wrap-up stuff. Taking a step back and looking at my story once we had plotted out all these note cards was so helpful. Another thing that was really useful about this was that we were able to easily switch between plot points and put whatever we wanted, wherever we wanted, whenever we wanted. Nailed that. Not only is it a great way to organize your script, but it's a physical reminder and encouragement that you're going to make a movie and you have a story. And that is something that is going to carry me through to the end on this thing, I think. Today was just a bigger picture kind of day, so we could focus on every single big picture plot point.
Okay, so that is the big moment here.
Yeah. So he already has some confidence there. It's just how do we ignite that into a spark?
So it was a really important exercise for us, and I hope anyone writing this out there can do something like this because it was fun, okay? It was good. All this aside, it was just a fun thing to do. Another thing that we dealt with today was trying to figure out all the complications for our main character going into the 3rd act.
That's the beginning of Act 3 then. Or is that more
Yeah,
here?
Just put it here.
Okay.
We have space.
That's like Sam's highest moment.
Yeah,
It's Gene.
final end. Like it's like Sam's maniacal plot, and then Act 3 happens.
Yeah.
We weren't even planning on coming up with a lot of new plot points today. We just wanted to organize our ideas, and we ended up coming up with like 3 or 4 major plot points that we never would have thought of just because of this exercise. Even coming down to the biggest moment for our main character.
Sam's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to put myself in a vulnerable state for
Yeah.
1
okay,
second.
So it's he's
Sam's moment of
electing to
bravery.
Yeah.
Anyways, I recorded the entirety of our writing session, so here's all the extra stuff that I couldn't weave in.
This is like, well, you have a lot to do right here. So maybe
Not really, because honestly, this directly leads to this. Well, Gene, as I have said before, like Gene's a case study of like what Sam will end up like if he keeps working at this store blindly.
right.
Also, here's a compilation of a bunch of random noises we made throughout the whole thing.
Ooh, ooh. Gene just said no.
Ooh.
Isn't that just wonderful? I think so indeed. Anyways, that is gonna wrap up episode 2 for you guys today. Next time, we're probably gonna be looking at more details of the screenplay or something else. I don't know, we'll see where the wind takes me. Anyways, go buy our merch or I'll kill you in your sleep. And that's Feature Film or Bust episode 2. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you on the flippity flip. I will catch you in the next episode. Bye.